Now, Chris wants to know, will the Pies pick up Jack Silvagni?
It is a fascinating case, Josh, because he's a free agent at Carlton, an unrestricted free agent. They can't match a bid. Look, Carlton hasn't entirely given up hope on Jack Silvagni, but the widespread view, I think, over the last couple of days is that it's heading that way where he goes to Collingwood on a 4-year deal. He's got 4-year deals on the table from both Carlton and Collingwood. I reckon Cal Toomey reported that 4-year deal from the Blues about 2 months ago, but he still hasn't signed it. There is an interesting domino effect in regards to Jack Silvagni and if he does go to Collingwood and what it could mean. So we know that a lot of premiership players and a lot of guys at the Pies are 30 plus and out of contract. Brodie Myercheck's got a 1-year deal on the table at the moment. That hasn't been upped. They haven't been budging on that. Jamie Elliott's been in career best form, but they haven't been budging on the deal that they've got on the table for him at the moment either. Darcy Cameron, his talks are still at a stalemate. He wants an extension. He's been one of the most underpaid players in the comp for the best part of 2-3 years, but Collingwood hasn't come to the table there. Jeremy Howe also has a 1-year offer on the table that he hasn't accepted yet either. There's been some frustration from the premiership players who are uncontracted at the moment around their current situations. I think the Jack Silvagni offer, and since it's come to light and the amount that they're paying him over the 4-year deal, has exacerbated that frustration a little bit over the last couple of days. And I think now, particularly with Darcy Cameron, West Coast is right in the mix for Darcy Cameron. And I think that's become a real possibility, particularly over the last couple of weeks. He's seriously considering the prospect of joining the Eagles and asking for a trade to join the Eagles at the end of 2025. I think that's become a genuine possibility now, particularly with Darcy Cameron. But clubs are certainly sniffing around the likes of Brodie Myercheck and Jamie Elliott as well in terms of whether or not they can leverage this situation to potentially get them out of Collingwood as well at season's end. Cameron's still contracted for 2026, but given his payment structure at the moment, I think he's been looking for a higher salary for quite some time now. So yeah, West Coast, that club as well that has gone into him, and I think he's a real possibility now of potentially joining them at the end of the year.
Just on Jack Silvagni, is it a financial decision if he was to depart Carlton?
I don't think so, because I think the offers are so similar that it's probably an opportunity thing whether or not they can get his body right. I mean, Jack Silvagni's a good, reliable player. He's had a career best year in 2025 and he's played 13 games, which goes to show that his body hasn't been reliable through the most part. Whenever he's on the field, he's one of the most reliable players for Carlton. I think that might weigh into his thinking as well. Can I go to a new club, get a fresh start, potentially get my body right and play my best footy over the next 4 years?